But this law is there for all, even the deities who are very, very great, having authorities, and they are controlling the three worlds, the physical, astral, and causal. They are controlling these three worlds, and they are also under this law, and that when they had done great work of some kind of tapas or austerities, very much great disciplines, then they are occupying such like places as Brahma, Vishnu, or Shiva. And when such like person is growing in such like disciplines, and then those deities, who are to be replaced by such like persons, then become very much jealous. And then they throw some negativities upon that person may not be able to further grow in those hard disciplines, so that he may not be able to replace him. And then sometimes that deity is successful in making the person fall back, and is not able to continue further. But sometimes that person is continuing successfully, and then, when he has got more power, then he replaces the other deity. So these deities, who are beings of immense power, hold such exalted positions solely because of the good karma they generated during their physical lives as humans.
With this statement, the Master provides us with essential and specific information about the greatest deities. On one hand, he confirms their position, power, and authority within the physical, astral, and causal planes of creation. He also explains that even these entities are subject to the same laws as everyone else. What's extraordinary are his following remarks, which describe these positions as something like offices, held by human souls who have earned this post for a period of time through the strictest, most demanding ascetic practices during a human incarnation. These practices are called tapas. According to him, it is possible for a human to displace a currently reigning deity in this way. What does this mean? Is the spirit of Shiva, for example, controlled or occupied by a soul? Or is Shiva merely a title that can be passed from one being to another? And how is this process to be understood in relation to the dimensions of the macrocosm and microcosm? Sant Thakar Singh doesn't elaborate further, so these questions remain unanswered. In any case, it is stated clearly that a reigning deity might intervene to prevent a person from surpassing them in rank through tapas. Jealousy is said to play a crucial role in this. Such attacks and interventions may or may not succeed. In summary, these statements imply that the deities are very powerful, yet still subject to prevailing laws, that they are individuals who can be replaced, and that they might attack a practicing yogi out of jealousy to defend their status. When these statements are compared to the teachings of the successor, serious discrepancies once again become apparent. This comparison pits godlike, immutable rulers against replaceable, jealous, and malevolently acting deities. On one hand, you have the eternal, sovereign God. On the other, a God who must defend their status to keep it, and who is answerable to universal laws. How can these contradictions possibly be reconciled? In any case, one thing becomes crystal clear from these considerations, that Sant Mat is not a religion, but rather something that adapts to all kinds of belief systems, even those that are completely contradictory and irreconcilable. It also reveals how crucial the personal views of the masters are to their teachings. These observations suggest that not everything the masters explain is necessarily based on their own personal experience.